has been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
For New Orleans, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And he makes the first.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Hayes, he's checked in for Favors. Brandon Ingram comes in for Ejuan Moore. Drew Holiday's checked in for Josh Hart. And Ball subbed in for J.J. Redick.
Clearly a foul.
New York shooting their first foul shots of the night here. That one is no good. Pelicans trail by 3. 1:12 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Williamson. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he sinks the second.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans, trailing by 4. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Ingram missing.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. And that one comes up a bit short. Pelicans trail by 4. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Ball kicks to Holiday. Passes it to Williamson. Over Randall. The Knicks pull it in.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
2 points. That one goes.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Holiday, the pass to Hayes. Robbins.
Lightning.
That was incredible. He gets it up. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans?
Well, they shot under 40% in the half. That tells the story right there. The defense deserves some credit for disrupting them a little bit.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Welcome back to New York City with all its buses and cars, cabs, people, all the hustle and bustle. This is truly the city that never sleeps. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The bulldozer has been sensational.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Ingram. Bulldozer is out there with Hayes. Then it's Holiday, and it's Ball in at point guard.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Knocked away. There's the pass to Barrett. There's the 3. Can't hit that one. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Holiday with the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 5 here tonight. New York trailing. As much as Drew Holiday can contribute on the offensive end, Brent, with his scoring and playmaking, he's also a very capable defender.
Well, he's more than capable. He is one of the better defenders at that position. And the more years Drew Holiday has in the league, the more he's got a notebook of what it is guys like to do and the things he can take away. Great hands, great lateral movement, and last year showed up in a big way defensively for Alvin Gentry.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And they let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Portis, he's checked in for Randall. Gibson comes in for Morris. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Bottoms. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Dennis Smith. Favors trying to break free. No good from Moore. Here's Knox. Three-pointer Ellington. They get it back. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Moore outside. Redick finds Favors. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Now it's a 6-point New Orleans lead. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A shot by Ellington, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Moore. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
Well, the defense does not appear to be playing together out there right now. Lots of bad reach-ins and not enough getting in front of the man to stop the penetration.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
The Knicks shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Now here's Ellington. D right on him. Got a piece of it. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
They get a hand on it, and it's the Pelicans with the ball. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And Redick kicks to Hayes. Back to Redick. Pocket 4 from downtown, and another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Gibson dishes to Payton. And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation because the matchups right now just not favorable.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Yeah, it's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
Drew Holiday is checked in for each one more. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
Man, they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Morris inside. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Morris has got his second basket.
And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a terrific run by New Orleans.
Holiday against Morris. The shot by Holiday, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
New York shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Julius Randle is out there with Robinson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Trier in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Holiday. Ball kicks to Ingram. One of my favorite moves is the Euro step. I know it's one of yours as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around me for years in San Antonio. But I think James Harden is still the most devastating Euro step player we have in the game. There's something about the lefties, isn't there, Kevin? We have a hard time figuring a lefty out.
They throw you off automatically just by the left hand.
Right.
Then they add the little sidestep.
James Harden with the shiftiness and the way he moves the ball around and draws contact. I know there are a lot of people that get aggravated by that, but he's nearly impossible to stop, especially when he's got his passport with the Euro step.
He slithers. Williamson, the pass to Holiday. Out to Ingram. 6 to shoot, and that's a foul called on Bottoms. That's his first foul. Knox, he's checked in for Trier. We played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter, and that one's good. Williamson.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Fizdale said to the team. He said, guys, I know you've worked hard. I know you're a little tired, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath, and let's get it done. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Holiday against Morris. On the clock. Here's Barrett. Got a hand on it. And here they come. Here's Williamson, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. Ingram outside. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Holiday, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 6th assist on the night. Knicks trail by 18. Here's Bottoms. Looking to end the run. And it's Williamson with the rebound. The Bulldozers got his 7th rebound here tonight. 1:39 left in the 4th quarter. Ingram right side. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But I really think about if I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath the goal at either end. What a fantastic way to be enveloped by the NBA game.
It's a cool view.
It's a very cool view, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pelicans.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Bulldozer.
They looked aggressive on the offensive end, and that compounded into lots of great opportunities that he capitalized on.
Back to Moore. Kicks it to Hayes. Offensive rebound.
That's his first personal foul at the line of the Pelicans.
And the first one drops.
2 shots.
Hayes hits them both. Here's New York. Pass to Barrett. It's deflected. Pass to Knox. Pulls up from the corner, and he hits the jumper for 2.
30, 15.
And here is Ball. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And